Welcome back, you guys. My name is GamerBoy, and today's game we're going to be playing is called Stories: The Path of Destinies. And last episode, I completed the story of the true path of. I finished the Ronaldo story of who he is and what happens when he gets entangled with Lapino, Zenobia, the Iblis Stone, and the Sky Ripper. So I wanna This episode onward, I'm gonna just try to collect the extra stories that I don't know about. Like, I don't know everything about the Iblis Stone. I don't know everything about Zenobia. I don't know. Oh, I almost know everything about Lapino. He's very easy to do, but there's still some I need to learn. And the Sky Ripper core, I still need to learn a lot more about and everything. Like, there's a lot more I need to do. So yeah. But before I enter, I want to go and try to activate some of these, like, truth finder icon, and the hero path rewards and everything. I want to activate those, so then, yeah. But I'm gonna just continue. I'm just gonna continue the game from here. If you want to hear what the story is, then from last episode to the first, from the first episode to the last episode, meaning the episode before this episode, you can go watch those and get the full story of what the stories, the Path of Destinies is. I've finished it. This is just the extra content, so yeah.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renato knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion, and he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
So, let me check I'm gonna be checking which ones I've done, so then I'm not doing the same ones. So, yeah, so, I'm gonna do the Sky Ripper core just because there's a little bit more that I can do. I still don't know how to do Zenobia, so I'm just gonna go and try to do these and everything. So I'm gonna do the Sky Ripper right now, so yeah.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces deep. And then, this Emperor's horrific sacrifices had brought it back to the surface. Renato wasn't exactly sure how to use the legendary weapon. But surely, there must be some way to do it without provoking another catastrophe. Had he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the Earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it. The Sky Ripper was...
Okay, so I skipped the dialogue for that one just because I'm probably gonna hear it tons more times, so it doesn't really matter. So I skipped the dialogue and everything. But I really don't know what I'm gonna try the reward and everything. I'm not sure what it does, but I turned it off just because I didn't know what it did. So I wanna just try it for a little bit, and if it does anything different than what I'm expecting it to do, then I'm gonna remove it, because I really want to do this as if I'm playing it not after completing the game. So I want to do this with my own merits and everything. I don't want to be like doing it with extra help and everything. I get that it's kind of nice doing it with extra help and everything, but I still want to try to do this on my own merits and everything. So yep, anything to craft and everything. Oh wow, I didn't know that all the swords were at max level. That's really cool. Okay. Let me try going this direction just to see if there's anything here. just because I want to go and try to do as much as I can possibly can, just because the more that I can do in these, then the better, because I've actually completed the game, so I don't really need to be like aware of like basic stuff anymore. I don't have to do exact stuff to get a certain ending. I'm just doing it and everything to go and... Oh! I really don't understand what those are for, but... If it's that... So it tells you how to do certain things to get certain areas. I'm guessing. I'm guessing on that. Oh yeah. Wrong sword, but I do... Open! Thank you. I was wondering why it wasn't opening, but yeah.
What's behind door number 2?
I have no idea. That's why I'm checking behind door number 2. So do I get extra? What's happening to my? Okay. That's weird. I want to go and remove it just because it gave me a little bit more health. No, it gave me a little bit more help,
That
not
had been
health.
his mistake before, not trusting Zenobia's feelings for him. But how could he have known, after all these years of silence? This was much easier than free climbing.
Yes. This isn't really important just because we know what the ending it truly is. So if you want to see what the true ending is, just go to the last video, the one before this, and everything. So yeah. I am using the right sword. Oh my god. Don't know why it wasn't working. Okay, let's just get to what I need to do, so then, yes.
Reynardo was looking for a big chest. Wait, that didn't sound right.
Really? Because it did sound right to me. Okay. Hey, there's a chest right there. Okay, let me just turn to the ice sword just because I need to. Hey, open the chest and let me do what I need to. Thank you, game. So please don't take me all the way back to where I started. Really? Really? Okay. This is just weird. Really weird. Ow. Not exactly what I wanted to be happening to me. Ow.
Time
Dead.
to die, he thought. And it was.
Yep. I knew I was gonna die anyway. I'm not really cautious just because I know exactly what to do and everything, so I'm not that cautious, but I am cautious enough. Run! Make sure that I don't get hit. So then I don't die again is what I mean by don't get hit. Grab that. And grab you. Grab you. Thank you. Let me try going this way. Oh wait, there's nothing that way. Never mind. Let's try going this way and see if there's anything this way. Okay, pull this. Then pull this. And I now have it. But I want to still go this way just... Okay. Fire sword. Open the door. Let's go. Hey, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Okay, let's just do this. Oh, more enemies. How original. Seriously. Come on. I don't want to die. I want you to die, you stupid ravens.
This chest contained a Vorpal sword. I'm just kidding. Vorpal swords don't exist.
Yes, whatever type of sword that you said does not exist. Because I have all the swords. All the swords that I need. All elemental swords, of course. Okay, so... Oh, really? I have one upgrade? Okay, let's go and... Let's do more combat just because it's helpful and I need it. So, yeah. Let's go get the Sky Ripper core.
There it was. Sky Ripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Okay, so I want to go check to see what Sky Ripper thing I did. So, okay, so let's go and, okay, so I did that. So I'm gonna go and go find Zenobia.
Renato asked himself why he changed course to confront Zenobia. He'd no idea. Sometimes he would just do things, and he could never figure out why he'd done them. Usually, they worked out. After all, he was a hero. The truth is, though, he wanted to see her, wasn't it? It had been a dozen years since Swordfu School. He'd followed every rumor about her, every scrap of news. Not that he still loved her. After all, she was his enemy. No, it was solely because, know your enemy. All right, maybe he should stop pretending. He knew exactly how she felt about him. But their love affair always ended with a tragic death. Unless, maybe he could find a way to dodge tragedy. Surely he could, couldn't he?
And he did, but not in this path and everything, but we all know that if we watched last episode. If we didn't, then this is a huge spoiler for you guys, but yeah. Wait, am I able to upgrade? Okay, it looked like it, but I knew that I didn't need to, but I wanted to check in anyway. Okay, please get frozen so then I can go on. Let's go. Let's get frozen. Thank you. Stupid Raven. Okay, so I'm just gonna go. Wait. Opening this just because more health does not matter and everything, so yeah.
He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he? Gogglers. Renato hated gogglers. It was almost impossible to sneak past them. If one didn't spot you, another one would.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my god. I've been trying. Oh my god. That was just weird. Why wasn't it not working? And I don't know why.
Renato wasn't entirely sure how he was going to capture Zenobia. She'd be expecting him. And he didn't have Lapino to cook up a clever plan. Why was it again that he hadn't got the core? Maybe because the results tended to be disastrous. These streets were familiar. The Swordfu School was closed now, but he had been down that street 1,000 times. He knew that pub. He knew that alley. He knew the alley behind it much too well. No wonder Zenobia had chosen to invade this island herself.
Okay, just let's go. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's get to Zenobia and let's see what she wants and everything. Okay, let's just get going.
Renato slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. Where were her guards? Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek. How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She vanished. And he suddenly noticed he couldn't move except his mouth. In fact, soon he couldn't keep his mouth shut. He told Zenobia everything. Skyripper, the A+Stone, even where the secret rebel base was, until he was hoarse. It was some kind of truth spell. A talky truth spell. She called her father by Farspeaker Toad and filled His Majesty in. But why didn't he get the core? Croaked the Farspeaker in something like His Majesty's croak. Because I missed you, darling. Renato grinned. He doesn't even know why, frowned Zenobia. That makes no sense. It's a trap, shouted the Emperor. I'll meet you at the outpost, and I'll bring my interrogators. If Renato came face to face with the Emperor, maybe he could assassinate him. But maybe it would be smarter and safer to turn Zenobia against her father.
So, I've done the turn Zenobia against her father, so I'm gonna go do this just because I haven't done it. So, I'm gonna go meet the Emperor.
You're lying, she said. Somehow you're lying. The spell hadn't worn off yet. He had to tell the truth. The trick was in making sure she wouldn't believe it. The core is perfectly safe, he said. And he tried his hardest to sound sincere. So is the A+Stone. In fact, I was trying to get them myself. Fine then, interrogators it is, she said angrily. I gave you a chance. The Emperor's interrogators were not especially gentle, even by weasel standards. Fortunately, Zenobia had locked him in the guest quarters on her ship, and she'd forgotten it had a toilet that, like all skyship toilets, could be vented into the abyss. This was not the sort of slippery fox he wanted to be. But just as they were about to land, he threw the latch, wrinkled his nose, and leapt through the open latrine. It was a short, safe landing. At least this part of the Nexus hadn't changed too much. Zenobia had been taking him to the Imperial outpost. She'd never expect him to go there by himself. Well, maybe she would. You never knew with her.
Okay, so apparently I went through a toilet, I'm guessing. Don't know why. I get why I did, but I don't get what path I'm taking right now because I haven't done exactly the choice I chose was a new one, so I really actually don't know what path I'm taking. Maybe it's one about her, maybe it's a Skyripper one, I'm not sure. It's just a mystery to me just because I really don't know which one I'm taking, so yeah. I hope I get Zenobia just because that is a very hard one to do.
Or I could go that way, he thought.
She's just very hard to do in, like, when you are doing a path for her, it's just very hard to do, so I really hope I'm able to do Zenobia and everything, so, yeah. But, okay, so I'm gonna have to climb the stairs. I'm just glad the stairs are here again, because I don't get why the stairs weren't here a few episodes ago, and kept not being here for, like, 2-3 episodes after that. I don't get why, but they weren't, but I'm glad they are now. Were there. Like, I'm not climbing them anymore, but it was weird why this, I don't get how this game is so glitchy. Oh, am I able to? Nope. Back down I go. Okay, so I'm supposed to go this way, I guess? Of course, so a way that I don't really know.
Bernardo knew Zenobia, and Zenobia knew him. She'd suspected a trick. Now he'd vanished. She would probably guess that was his plan all along. Perfect. Maybe she wouldn't use the Skyripper. At least not without taking it to the scientists at the observatory first. Meanwhile, the Emperor would be coming to the outpost personally. This could be good.
Okay, so let's get to the the place where I need to go, and let's just do it. And freeze, and yes, thank you.
Renato was face to face with the Emperor's bodyguard. They looked very tough, but the Emperor held them back.
Oh, where's my daughter?
And how would I know that? Renato grinned at him.
She lured me here so that you could kill me, didn't she?
Ah, don't be ridiculous, said Renato, trying his best to sound convincing. She loves you.
Oh, I knew it. The rabbit told me I couldn't trust her.
The Emperor hopped out the door. His phalanx of bodyguards retreated carefully. Renato heard someone call, "Arrest her!" as they left. Well, that's a job well done, thought Renato. Now the fleet will be in all sorts of disarray. But maybe he could find her in the mountains. She always used to go to the mountains to hide from the world. Maybe he could even turn her against her father. Or maybe he could reap the benefits of the chaos he had sown. It was time to report to the Rebel Council, and then launch the attack on a divided and very confused Imperial fleet.
Okay, so I'm gonna go do the Zenobia path just because I want to see if that can do anything, because I am very confused on how to do a Zenobia path. So I'm gonna go and just do this and everything. It doesn't seem like I have done anything like it and everything, so yeah. It doesn't seem like I have done anything exactly like that, so I'm gonna go and try to do the Zenobia path, but if I can't, then I can't, but at least I did try and everything.
Renato felt very clever indeed. He told the Empire nothing but the truth, and now they suspected everything and everyone. So, why are you going to see Zenobia? He asked himself. It's not just a gloat, is it? No, of course not. Now, turning her against her father was good. It was very good. If she would actually join the rebels, that would be spectacular, right? That was definitely what he was doing. He wondered if he should have just told her the truth about her father. The Emperor had adopted her from a stray. That was the source of all her loyalty. But even then, he'd been dreaming of a bargain with the lost gods. They alone could make him immortal. The Emperor would have to seal that bargain with the life of someone who truly loved him. And who else truly loved the Emperor? But how could Renato tell her that now? Why would she ever believe him?
I don't know. Just tell her the truth, just because then at least there's nothing that could go wrong now if you tell her the truth. She could probably join you if you do tell the truth. I'm just going this way just because I don't want to dilly-dally and everything, so let's just get to her. Okay. Freeze you first. Oh wait, I can't. I'm all out of freezing power. Okay, now I can. Oh wait, I ran out too soon because I wasn't hitting you as I was using the power. Okay, let's just get to Zenobia. Okay. So many platforms I have to go on. Don't know why, but there's a lot of platforms I have to do. Weird. Okay, why hit me multiple times? I'm just trying to kill you. Ah, you're not gonna get the best of me this time. I have ice power now. Heal. Thank you.
The funny thing was, she should have trusted him. He told her the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Oh, all right. The truth was, he'd played her like a fiddle. And how often had he ever done that? She was so smart. Smarter than him, really.
Okay, die, enemies, die. Oh my god, please die. Okay, okay, die, thank you. Okay, die.
That gone beautifully. Where was a bard when you needed one?
Okay, so where am I going? Oh, more enemies, duh. Okay, let's go and do this. You go, 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 die. Oh my god, how much health do these enemies have? Okay, am I at the top yet? Because it seems like I am, but I still need to go a little bit further up, but I hope I'm at the top already because this is getting very boring and tedious. Okay, so it seems like I'm almost there and everything because I've done this before, so it looks like I've gotten there. It seems like I've gotten to the top area. I just need to now.
Given away the location of the secret base. Fortunately, the Emperor thought it was all a trap. He even mistrusted his own daughter. Renato couldn't have done better if he'd planned it.
So yeah, I'm very close to Zenobia, and here she is, Zenobia. Let's go in. Yeah, whatever. Let's go talk to her.
What have you done to me? Zenobia demanded. My own father thinks I'm a traitor. So? But I'm loyal. So what? You're a bastard, Renato, she said. Now you love that about me. You really did want the core, didn't you? And the A+Start stone. Yep, he gloated. You get all that? She said to the far speaker Toad he'd failed to spot.
I am so relieved, my daughter,
said the far speaker. And Zenobia got into her ship and flew off. Damn it. The old far speaker trick. How had he missed it? This was very bad. Zenobia back in her father's good graces, and both of them ready to use the core and the A+Start stone. He got back on the Farfarer. Briefly, Renato thought of fleeing. The odds were surely against him. Never tell me the odds, he told himself. Odds confused him. He preferred to trust his gut. And so he sailed on to attack the fleet. Alone, if necessary. There were not many rebels here, and they were disorganized. The Empire had obviously attacked the secret base, the formerly secret base whose location Renato had so helpfully pinpointed on a map. There was still time to turn around, wasn't there? But Renato hated turning around. Heroes don't turn around, they just own their screw-ups and turn them into impossible victories, right?
Okay, you guys, I'm gonna leave the rest of this path for next time, and I'm gonna find out exactly what happens. So I'm gonna leave it on a cliffhanger so you guys can speculate, unless you already know what's happening. So there's nothing to cliffhang then if you know what's happening. But I'm cliffhanging, of course. But anyway, I'm just gonna leave the episode here. So if you like this video, hit that like button. If you want more videos by me, GamerBoy, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all guys in the next video.